Good evening from the newsroom. The news summary for this Monday, 2nd of October. 8 men have been formally charged, including the 6 suspects who were detained by the police for the following charges: being in possession of anything intended to be used for the purpose of witchcraft, conspiracy to exercise in witchcraft non-natural and superstitious means, counseling and procuring another person in exercising witchcraft non-natural and superstitious means, soliciting any person to advise him on any matter for the purpose whatsoever by witchcraft, non-natural or other superstitious means. Only one of the accused has remained in custody and the rest have been released on bail. The case will be heard before the Magistrates' Court on the 2nd of November. The president of the United Seychelles Party, Dr. Patrick Amini, states that he is unhappy with this charge against him. He also expressed that this is a political maneuver and an injustice towards him.
This morning I was approached by a police officer who handed me a summons to appear in court and informed me that I have been charged with soliciting unnatural, superstitious, and witchcraft advice. That's all. So I went to court and I was charged formally. Well, I signed a bill for 30,000 rupees. I surrendered my passport and I will appear in court on the 2nd of November. United Seychelles will continue to exist and United Seychelles will persist in its endeavor to get rid of this neoliberal capitalist system in our country.
Over 13,000 used 5-litre and 12-litre water bottles have been collected on Nadigue for recycling. They were collected on a 2-day pilot project on the island. Most were collected from private homes, with over 900 bottles at some houses. Some owners say they used to get the refill bottles up until a year ago. Others say it is not worth taking them to the landfill or have them sold because it costs them time, energy and money. They welcome this initiative to have bottles collected from their property. The Department of Environment is working with the Land Waste Management Agency and Metalluco, the company exporting the bottles for recycling.
We receive quite a lot of phone calls and appointments from citizens from Ladig, which was really good. They were really enthusiastic about removing the big bottles at their houses, which were taking a lot of place on their property.
What about those places where we were not able to go to because they cancelled with you?
The other places we'll discuss at the ministry's level to see if we can eventually come back and collect the bottles that were left behind.
And you are discussing how to reduce these bottles?
Yes, we are still developing a plan on how to reduce the amount of 5 litres, 12 litres PET bottles on Ladik.
A first group of 17 students who have completed the Sustainable Fisheries Program for future seafarers have received their certificates. This is a newly introduced 4-month program that the Seychelles Maritime Academy offers students who have completed their S5 level but have not qualified for the academy. It is an initiative of the Department of Blue Economy in collaboration with the Ministry of Education as well as the Ministry for Employment, with the aim of preparing young people for the fishing and maritime sectors. During the ceremony, there were prizes for best effort and a prize for best performer went to Jed Labrosse. In his address to the students, the lecturer for the fisheries science at the Maritime Academy, Aubrey Enesta, highlighted the importance of training in the sector.
Today is your first certification for you to join the maritime industry. Remember, it is not your last technical training, due that learning is an endless process in the maritime industry. Always keep in mind that safety at sea is your most important responsibility as seafarers. Disregard to safety at sea leads to accident, pollution to the environment, and worst of all, loss of life.
School and Beauvallon Primary School have won the title of the Best Tourism Hospitality Clubs. This was during a ceremony to celebrate the achievements of the hospitality tourism clubs and recognize the knowledge club members have gained during activities that had been organized during the past few months. It is the first time such a ceremony has been organized. There were also prizes for Best Tourism Club in other categories, for example, culinary, tour guiding, table setting, to name a few. The ceremony was organized in collaboration with the Tourism Department and the Ministry of Education. Overall, there are 41 hospitality tourism clubs. In his speech, the minister responsible for tourism, Sylvestre Radegon, said that he was very impressed with the knowledge and skills the students have acquired.
Dear Hospitality Tourism Club members, I am extremely impressed with the skills and knowledge that you have gained so far on this journey. You cannot begin to imagine the potential that we see in each of you. If you continue down this path, I have no doubt that you will be the next generation of tourism general managers, executive chefs, and F&B directors, innovators, and tourism ambassadors. You all have a bright future if you continue along the same path. To all the staff at the Tourism Department, to the tourism community, our school management, and tourism club facilitators, let us keep working hard together so that we will be proud to say that we have all helped to shape the future of Seychelles' tourism industry.
Children visiting the Paradis des Enfants will now be able to experience a brand new ride. The flying chair was sponsored by the Chinese Embassy and the Children's Special Fund. The ride costs $25,000 and is the first of its kind in the country. It was officially commissioned during a ceremony on Saturday by the Mayor's Office, the Board of Directors of Paradis des Enfants, and the Chinese Embassy. The chairman of the Board of Directors of Paradis des Enfants, Danny Fontaine, said that Paradis des Enfants is a place for children, teenagers and families, and as such there is a need to keep investing in its development.
Even if we are providing a service to children and their families and the community at large, Paradis des Enfants still has to incur a high cost of operation. These will include things like import duties, cost of shipping these equipments here, installation, and of course commissioning these new games. Paradis des Enfants also enjoys a high repairs and maintenance costs yearly. All factors negatively impact our ability to equip the park with new games. We are, therefore, grateful when benefactors like the Chinese Embassy and the Children's Fund supports us in financing new games or even assist with equipment and infrastructure maintenance.
Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, well known as Mahatma Gandhi, celebrates his 154th birthday today. This day is also celebrated as the International Day of Non-Violence globally. To commemorate this day, the High Commission of India organized a small ceremony at the Peace Park to honor a unique figure of integrity, consistency, and humanity. Gandhi's principles were see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. For this year's celebration, the main message was how can non-violence be applicable in this day and age?
Today we are celebrating the 154th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, who is the father of the Indian nation. In our struggle for independence, it was Mahatma Gandhi who had the leading role. He led the Indian people to independence. But it is not only that, Mahatma Gandhi's thought is world renowned. And the very important point there is that he practiced what he preached. So be it non-violence, be it helping others, be it removal of untouchability. So it.
And with this, we end this news summary. Thank you for watching. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole.